This is your Barbados Today morning news update for Wednesday, October the 3rd. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, the embattled head of the island's main public sector trade union has given the decision-making National Council that he chairs an ultimatum to withdraw a debt claim against him. The president of the National Union of Public Workers, Akani McDowell, had given the council until last Thursday to confirm in writing that it was withdrawing the claim for money allegedly owed for use of a union credit card and a cell phone. McDowell has retained attorney Ramon Allen QC from the law firm Clark, Gittins and Farmer to represent him in the matter. But the National Council met recently to discuss the letter sent by the law firm and decided to stick to its guns, setting the body on a collision course with its leader. In a memorandum dated August the 30th, the council informed McDowell of the decision to deduct $600 per month from his stipend in order to settle the debt owed through the use of the NUPW's credit card and cell phone. The quest for a new cleric to lead the island's largest religious denomination officially entered its next stage yesterday evening when the House of Bishops of the Anglican Church of the Province of the West Indies met with members of the laity, another of its decision-making chambers. The meeting, held at the Ivan Herod Center at the Christchurch Parish Church, paved the way for a meeting with the House of the Clergy tomorrow, with a decision by the bishops on Friday, thus ending the protracted battle between two priests to lead the Diocese of Barbados. Employees at the Town and Country Planning Department headquarters at the Garrison St. Michael walked off the job Tuesday to protest a series of environmental issues. When the Barbados Today team visited the offices yesterday afternoon, Acting Chief Town Planner George Brown said that the officers were experiencing environmental issues, so the department was closed for the remainder of the day. Brown said he could not confirm whether the office would reopen for business today, as he had to await an official inspection by the Ministry of Labour. The Barbados government is opening the door for the importation of sea eggs in light of a ban on local harvesting. Minister of Maritime Affairs and the Blue Economy, Kirk Humphrey, says, however, that there are conditions attached to any approval to bring in sea eggs.
Well, there is still a ban on local sea eggs, harvesting, again, to allow the sea eggs to replenish themselves. I know some people have made applications to be able to import and sell sea eggs in Barbados during the ban. Our belief is, as a government, that as long as it doesn't damage the local fish stock, then that is okay. But there is still a ban on fish stock. We have to allow on sea eggs, so we have to allow our sea eggs to replenish themselves. That hasn't changed.
Speaking at the end of a tour of the Millie Eiffel Fish Market at Weston in St. James yesterday, Chief Fisheries Officer Stephen Willoughby, who accompanied Minister Humphrey, said a decision will shortly be made on whether the sea egg ban would continue this coming season.
We have recently concluded our annual survey of the sea eggs, and we are now analyzing the results, and we will make a decision soon as to whether or not there would be a sea egg season this year.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
We're back with news from the region now. Motorists in oil-rich Trinidad and Tobago are now paying more for gasoline. The announcement was made by Minister of Finance Combe Imbert during his budget presentation to Parliament. More in this TV6 News report.
Drivers prepare to pay more at the pump. This after the Finance Minister announced that the price of super gasoline has increased by $1.
I propose to increase only the cost of super gasoline from $3.97 per litre to $4.97 per litre, while keeping the cost of diesel fuel at the current price of $3.41 per litre. This measure will take place immediately.
Meanwhile, the Minister of Finance says it will take about $2.6 billion to pay off terminated Petrotrin workers. And in an immediate response to the budget, Opposition leader Kamla Prasad Bisesar said she heard nothing new from the Finance Minister.
Throughout, the Minister regurgitated, repeated things we've heard from Budget 1, Budget 2, Budget 3, and now this is their fourth budget. This reading of this budget was a reading of the funeral rights of the Petrotrin workers and their families and their communities.
And on the international scene, the death toll from Indonesian earthquake and tsunami has soared above 1,000. And as we hear in this Reuters report, time is not on the side of the rescue teams.
At the Roa Roa Hotel in Palu, the search for survivors of Indonesia's earthquake is a race against time. Very few survivors have been pulled out alive 4 days after the quake and tsunami, as the death toll rises well above 1,000 people. Rescuers using acoustic detectors on Tuesday to listen for signs of life. But landslides and broken roads and bridges have slowed the search, says Reuters correspondent Kanu Priya Kapoor, who's there.
So we're at a hotel where about 50 people are believed to be trapped inside. Authorities have been working on this since Friday, but some of the heavy machinery has only arrived on Monday, about 24 hours ago, because a lot of the land access to Palu, which is one of the worst hit cities, has been blocked.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Now you can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.